bonus question week content. Okay, so this is what occurred to me. This whole concept around when it's just so hard. Like it's easy, and I guess it's easy for me to say because I've been walking this journey for a few years now. But and then people keep sending me messages and just being like, "You're just so positive all the time." I was out to lunch yesterday with one of my colleagues, and she was just like, "Nadine, like Zen master." And actually, I'm reassured that you're just not always nice to everyone. I am nice, but I'm just real. Sometimes nice means that you're not always necessarily perceived as a whole different conversation, different video. I'm always coming up with these video ideas. Anyway, so today's video is all around how to find that right mindset when life is just ridiculously tough, right? So when it is so hard and you just can't see your way out, it's really easy for you to just think, my life is always going to be this way. What is the point of trying? I've tried before. He always does that. She always does that. This always happens. All of those things. Like, I get it, and I have been there. I promise you I've been there. But this, in a different part of the course I was doing with Michael, this occurred to me. So he was talking about this whole thing about asking questions, and then we were just considering the concept of, what if the thing that is going on, you just don't have control over it, right? So what if in your mind the solution is somebody else is in charge of this particular thing? I don't have say over it, right? So it might be that my partner has made a decision for my children, and it's just it, like he's their dad as well, so fine, husband has made the decision for the children. You go with it. I'd rather not necessarily. I'm not going to undermine him in front of the children. We go with it. It might be that I'm working through a particular contract and the client wants it one way and it's not necessarily my favorite way. Okay. So that's not in my control. What's in my control is whether I actually agree to deliver on the contract or not. If it's far enough against me, I'm going to just say, you know what, find someone else. But sometimes the control is not yours. Sometimes you're being asked to do something that you don't want to do, and it's somebody who holds an element of power over you. Maybe they are your bill payer, right? So it's your boss, for example, or it's the bank, whether they're going to give you an extension on your credit card, like whatever, right? So sometimes it isn't in your control. The only thing that is in your control in that case is how you feel about it. There's always an element of control, but it's not changing the other person. So instead then of asking that, why is this happening? It's never going to go away, or what's the point of me trying? You can still look for example, what good is there that I'm not seeing right now? So all you can really see is the problem, and you don't have any element of control over the problem. How might that problem be good for you? How might that problem be good for someone else? It might not be that it's good for you. It might be that it's good for someone else. Okay. What skill am I developing as I go through this? Or how am I getting better at something as I go through this? What haven't I thought of yet? What haven't I what haven't I tried? And if it's really, really tough, right? If it's really, really tough, what quality do I need to develop so that I can have peace of mind in this moment? Right? Because you can't change the moment. Whatever is going on, you can't change it. So if it is just that this just has to happen and all I have to do is just endure because this is for somebody else's growth process and it's not for my growth process, but I'm involved somehow. Okay, well then what quality do I have to find so that I can just have peace while it happens? And that's it, right? And it sounds so easy to do, but seriously, if you can bring yourself to that place and sit with it in your meditation practice, 1 minute once. I was going to say, I've done that whole program, but I think I'm doing meditation week in 2 weeks time, so I'm going to do a whole week of anyway, yeah, I'll get to that. So yeah, sit with it. Sit with this question of, what quality do I need to develop so that I can have peace of mind in this moment? And whatever comes to you, remember I said, I think maybe day 4, remember I'd said, it might not come instantly, it might come in the shower, it might come when you're watching TV, all of those things, but what quality do I need to have that can bring me peace while this happens? Because if you can find peace while it's happening, from that place of peace, you will be able to find more aligned actions. You will be able to find things to do and think about that are more in moving you towards your goal without changing what's going on out there. You can, so if you're focused on what's going on and why it's such a problem, you're not going to be in solution focused place. But if you can just find yourself in a place of peace while it's going on, you will more quickly be able to bring yourself to where you need to be. So anyway, hopefully that is helpful for you. I'm just going to give it to you in a nutshell. Asking questions, finding the hidden good. So while it's going on and you can't control it, how can I find peace even though this is happening? And it just might be you sit back in your seat of witness consciousness, you remind yourself you don't have control over this, but it is for somebody's good somewhere. You remind yourself of your intentions, you smile anyway, all of those things. Anyway, so I'm done, I'm finished. Next week we are moving into goal setting. We're moving into goal setting next week. All right, have a good one. Take care. See you in the next video.